Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Great Day Houston. Okay, so remember those words you uttered at the stroke of midnight, January 1st? This year, I promise to. Fact is, only 25% of people will get through the first month of their resolution. Here to help us crush our goals and succeed is Eric Rittmeyer. He's the author of The Emotional Marine, 68 Mental Toughness and Emotional Intelligence Secrets to Make Anyone Instantly Like You. Good morning.
Deborah, thank you for having me back. Last time I saw you, we were doing exercises on TV together. You probably don't remember that.
Yes, we were. Speaking of doing exercises, that's about being tough physically. But, you know, as a former Marine, you know that part of that job was being mentally tough, right? And you say a lot of us lack that mental toughness, and that's what gets in our way.
We sure do. I mean, the how part's very easy, Deborah. You can go on Google, you can go on YouTube. ABC's 1, 2, 3s are simple. It's the why. It's that emotion-based why we're doing what we're doing. The issue is we set goals, we set resolutions, we rely on motivation to get us through. The problem is we wake up, we don't feel good, we don't stick with it. If we can set these hardcore emotion-based whys, nothing stands in the way.
Yeah, you have this goal crusher formula, and basically it's a simple 4-step equation. D plus V plus P has to be greater than C. So let's break that down. D stands for dissatisfaction. Explain that.
You have to be unhappy with something, okay? You can't tell somebody that you have to lose weight if they're not dissatisfied with it. So it starts with something that's causing you pain, and it has to mean something to you internally. It can't be something that your spouse wants. It can't be something that your doctor wants. You have to internally be dissatisfied with something, whatever it is.
Yeah, and you can't like blame something else externally. And I remember saying to my son, does this make me look big? He goes, Mama, we're not going to put all that off on a piece of clothing. Don't you blame the clothing for that, Mom. All right, so yes, you have
Never
to
answer that question.
Yeah.
Never answer that question.
And here's the deal. It's like you can be uncomfortable with something, and if, like you said, if you're uncomfortable with it, change it. But also, if you can be comfortable with your situation, you don't have to care what other people think. And if you're comfortable with it, then move on to something else. All right. V for vision.
That's an emotion-based vision, Deborah. This is the most critical piece of this whole formula. It is something that gets you out of bed. It's something that drives you. So when the times get tough, when you're upset, when you're tired, when you're hungry, when you don't want to go to the gym, whatever it is, that vision is there to say, you know what, get up and get moving, because there's something bigger than just how you feel that day. So it's got to be very, very deep and within your heart. Normally it's something to do with your family. It's got to be a strong emotion-based vision as to why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah, all right. P for process.
This is the simple part, right? You can go online. You can go anywhere you want to go. ABC 1, 2, 3. There's a multi-billion-dollar industry, right? Pop this pill, go to bed, wake up, lose 10 pounds, right? The how's the easy part. This is the very, very simple piece. You just buy a program, go online, look it up, do whatever. But this is the how much do you eat, when do you go, how many reps do you do? That's the easy part of the equation.
Yeah, and C for cost, which can mean a number of things.
Yeah, that's the price we have to pay. So the whole thing with this formula is you have to have enough pain, you have to have the vision, you have to have the how. If all three of those things together, if they're there, then the cost isn't going to be that big of a deal. But if any one of those things are missing, for instance, if you're not dissatisfied enough, if you're not unhappy with where you are, the cost is going to be too great. So take weight. If you're not unhappy with your weight, not eating a lot, waking up early, going to the gym, being hungry, the cost is going to be too great. You're going to give up. So all three of those things have to supersede the cost, which is the price.
Yeah, the cost to get what you want, or even looking at it as the cost if I don't do it.
You're exactly right. The lesser two evils. That's the problem. We struggle with so many things because we'd rather just stay status quo and just deal with being unhappy, as opposed to what we think is suffering through a diet or suffering through whatever it is that we want to get.
Yeah, this is what I find. Like every year, New Year's resolutions, okay, clock strikes midnight, people have a couple of glasses or more of champagne or whatever, and then they're like, okay, this year I promise I'm going to. They wake up the next day, they don't start, so they think, oh, I didn't start, so I'll do it next year. And we put it off. And we have to get in our minds that if it's something that needs to change, you can start at any time. The present is the best time.
You're absolutely right. And that's the thing right now. They're saying New Year's resolutions, do they start on the first day of the year or the first Monday of the year? I mean, we're already in the very beginning of the year and people are already making excuses. Like, come on, man up. If you make the decision December 10th, don't wait till January 1. Do it December 10th, right? Come on.
Yeah, and if we fall off that goal wagon, give us the advice we need to pick ourselves back up and get back on.
The vision, Deborah. If that vision is there, if it's a strong-based vision, if it's something that drives us, something we jump in front of a bus for, nothing's going to stand in the way. So if we do fall off the wagon, which is okay, I fall off the wagon all the time. I live off the wagon. But if you can hop back on, if you can get back to that vision, everything will be fine. Everything's cool. But it's got to be strong, emotion-based why.
Yeah, but don't jump in front of the bus. It was just a figure of speech you were using there. All right, Eric, thank you very much.
I apologize.
Happy New Year, and thanks
Deborah's
for all the
awesome
great advice you give us. Okay, hey, wait, give me a pump.
Likewise,
pump
good seeing you.
Yeah, pump in the bicep there. Let's go. There, yeah, there you go.
I'm lacking. I'm slacking, girl. Come on.
Catching up for over the holidays. Eric's book, The Emotional Marine, is available online and wherever books are sold. We also have a link on our site, greatdayhouston.com.